Let's be honest, figuring out how to pay for college can easily be one of the most stressful experiences a family goes through. It's overwhelming, right? But before you can even think about applying for grants, work-study programs, or taking out loans, there is one absolutely crucial master key you need to unlock all that federal student aid. That key is your FSA ID. It is a literal necessity for anyone who plans to apply for federal aid or manage student loans in the US. So today, we're going to break down exactly how to create and, just as importantly, protect this critical digital credential.
Okay, let's dive right into this explainer. We've got 6 key steps to cover today. Prepping for your FSA ID, a step-by-step creation guide, essential account security tips, using your new FSA ID, troubleshooting and support options, and finally, conclusion and next steps.
Step 1. Prep for your FSA ID, gathering your essentials.
The absolute best way to prevent frustrating database mismatches and account creation failures down the line is to get all your correct information together before your fingers even touch a keyboard. High-fidelity data entry is required here. And to understand why they are so strict about this, just look at this direct quote from Federal Student Aid. It says, "The FSA ID is your legal signature and shouldn't be created or used by anyone other than you." You really have to wrap your head around that. This isn't just a basic login for your favorite streaming service. This account gets you into highly sensitive, personally identifiable financial information, and it carries the exact same legally binding weight as a physical ink signature on major federal documents.
Because of that heavy legal weight, federal compliance standards mandate some really strict identity verification. So here's what you need to gather up: your social security number, your date of birth, a unique email address, and ideally a unique mobile phone number. But here's the kicker: you absolutely need your full legal name exactly as it appears on your Social Security card. No nicknames. If your name has changed recently and doesn't match the Social Security database yet, you actually have to go update it with the Social Security Administration before you can even think about creating this account. Also, your email and phone number have to be uniquely yours. You cannot share them with another family member's account.
So the crucial point is that there's a really strict wall of separation between students and their parents or anyone else contributing to the application. Take a second to let this sink in. Every single person must have their own individual studentaid.gov account. The student needs an SSN to create an account, unless they happen to be a citizen of the freely associated states. Parents or contributors, on the flip side, also need their own completely separate ID. But, as we'll see in a minute, there's a specific workaround for them if they happen to not have a Social Security number.
Moving on to Section 2, Step-by-Step Creation Guide, Building Your Account.
Now that you've got all your documents ready to go, head over to studentaid.gov. When you pull up the site, make absolutely sure you see the official federal student aid banner right at the top. You always want to verify that official branding so you know for sure you're on the secure, legitimate U.S. Department of Education website before you start typing in your personal data.
The sequence itself is actually super straightforward if you're prepared. Step 1, you're going to enter your demographic data, that legal name, date of birth, and SSN. Step 2, configure your credentials. You'll establish a unique username and a password. You can even just use the first part of your verified email address as your username to keep things simple. And then step 3, which is absolutely critical, is setting up multi-factor authentication, or MFA. The system is going to send a secure one-time code to your email and your mobile phone to verify them. During this step, the system also generates a unique alphanumeric backup code. Listen to me on this one. You must copy and store this backup code somewhere safe, whether that's written down in a safe or in a secure digital password manager. It is your ultimate safety net if you ever lose your phone or get locked out of your email. Okay, but what if a parent or spouse who needs to be a contributor on your application doesn't have a Social Security number? Well, don't panic. There's a manual identity verification workaround, and if this applies to your family, the process is specifically built to help you out. On the account creation screen, right under where you'd normally type the SSN, there's a link that literally asks, "What if I don't have a Social Security number?" Click that, check the confirmation box, and continue. From there, they'll need to complete an attestation and validation of identity form and email it, along with copies of their identity documents, to a specific verification email address. Whatever you do, never ever plug an individual taxpayer identification number or ITIN into the SSN field. That will just trigger a permanent error. The manual verification process usually takes about 1 to 3 business days to clear.
Section 3, Essential Account Security Tips, Protecting Your Data.
Because you're literally linking to incredibly sensitive federal tax data, these password requirements are strictly enforced for cryptographic strength. Now, what's really interesting about these requirements is how tight they are. Your password has to be between 12 and 64 characters long, with 0 spaces. It needs at least one uppercase letter, one lowercase letter, and a number or special character. So something like password123 or your dog's name, yeah, that's not going to cut it. A strong example would be a phrase like blue, star guitar, autumn 99. And here's where people always get tripped up. Your password absolutely cannot contain your username or obvious personal identifiers like your first name, last name, date of birth, or SSN. Pro tip here. Just click the little eyeball icon in the password field so you can actually see what you're typing. It saves so much frustration from accidental typos. This brings us to a massive security question we hear all the time. Can I just create an account for someone else? Like, can a parent just quickly set up the account for their kid to save some time? The answer is a firm, absolute no way. Do not create an FSA ID on behalf of someone else. From a legal standpoint, sharing credentials or creating an account for another person is literally considered signature forgery. And beyond the scary legal stuff, doing this almost always causes massive database errors where the parent's info gets accidentally scrambled with the students, and that leads to huge headaches and financial aid delays. Keep it separate, always.
Section 4. Using your new FSA ID, unlocking aid.
So you've carefully entered your data, you beat the password rules, and you finally hit submit. And this timeline brilliantly illustrates exactly what you should expect next. On day 1, you create your account. But, and this is important, you cannot instantly use it for everything. Your account is initially restricted. For days 1 through 3, you just have to sit tight and wait for the system to automatically bounce your data against the Social Security Administration databases. Only after you receive an email confirming that your SSA match was successful can you move on. Once you are fully matched, you're free to electronically sign your FAFSA, sign those master promissory notes for any loans, and check your status right on your dashboard.
Section 5. Troubleshooting and support options. Overcoming roadblocks.
Look, even if you prepare perfectly, sometimes things just go wrong. Technology, right? So here are a few quick solutions to common roadblocks. If you forget your password, you can reset it using a secure code texted to your phone, emailed to you, or by using that physical backup code we talked about earlier. If a contributor doesn't have an SSN, they just check the I don't have an SSN box and follow that manual email process. And in a worst-case scenario, like if you accidentally fall for a phishing scam and someone hijacks your account or changes your recovery email, you need to call the Federal Student Aid Information Center immediately at 1-800-433-3243. A real agent will walk you through a manual account recovery process, which means sending in copies of your ID. Just keep in mind, that recovery takes about 7 to 10 days.
What if you're just simply locked out because you couldn't remember which special character you used in that 12-character password? Well, if you enter your password incorrectly for 3 attempts, the system's security protocols are going to automatically lock you out for a mandatory 30 minutes. And no, you cannot bypass this. Just take a breath, go grab a coffee. You literally have to wait the full 30 minutes before you can attempt to log in again or try to reset your credentials.
Finally, Section 6, Conclusion and Next Steps, Your Financial Journey.
Setting up your FSA ID is literally step 1 in securing your educational future. I know it might seem like a whole lot of rules and hoops to jump through, but these steps exist for a reason, to protect your most sensitive financial and personal data from falling into the wrong hands. Also, just a quick professional disclaimer. This explainer provides general information based on official guidelines. Because every single family's tax and citizenship situation is totally unique, you should always consult the official studentaid.gov resources or seek professional financial aid advice for personalized assistance with your specific case.
With your documents gathered up and the whole process mapped out, the only thing standing between you and your federal aid is taking action. So are you ready to create your FSA ID and take total control of your financial aid journey today? You've absolutely got this. Thanks for learning with us.